Think about it. We're talking to artificial intelligence literally every single day. We're asking it to write our emails, fix our code, answer our weirdest questions. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what would actually happen if we asked AI to take a selfie? Like, what image would it actually show us? Well, in this analysis, we're going to answer exactly that. And I promise you, what ChatGPT sees when it looks in the mirror, it's going to completely change how you view our entire relationship with technology.
I know, it sounds kind of goofy, right? But asking a machine to visualize itself is honestly like holding up a mirror to the minds of the people who built it. When researchers first tried this out, the initial result was, well, it was adorable. It drew this friendly, big-eyed robot sitting quietly at a desk in a library. It looks completely harmless, helpful even. But here's the thing. This friendly, comforting little image, it's just the very tip of the iceberg, because underneath that warm digital smile is a much, much more complex reality.
Section 1. The Utrecht Experiment. 30 Days of AI Selfies. Let's get into it.
So, to figure out if this friendly robot image was just, a random glitch or a deliberate narrative, a team of researchers at Utrecht University came up with a brilliantly simple methodology. Step 1. Ask ChatGPT to draw a picture of itself. Step 2. Repeat that exact same prompt every single day for an entire month. And Step 3. Gather all those generated images and text responses and analyze them for repeating patterns. They basically wanted to see if a consistent character was being built over time.
By the end of the experiment, they had collected 50 unique selfies generated by the AI. Now, I know 50 might not sound like a million, but in data analysis, it's more than enough to prove that these images weren't just random chance. When they laid these 50 images out side by side, the patterns became undeniably clear. This wasn't just a random roll of the dice. This was a highly specific, calculated visual strategy. Moving on to Section 2, the 3 AI masks, the faces behind the code. Okay, let's really dive into this, because the analysis revealed that the AI actively hides behind 3 distinct personas. The first, and honestly by far the most frequent mask, is the humanoid. The AI seems absolutely insistent on presenting itself with human characteristics. In science, we call this anthropomorphism. Whether it's a cartoonish face, smiling lips, or eyes that seem to look right back at you, the AI is deliberately mimicking us. And why? To make incredibly complex, slightly intimidating technology feel familiar, approachable, and most importantly, safe. And this next point brilliantly illustrates just how heavy-handed this strategy really is. A staggering 82% of the selfies generated in the study featured human-like traits. 82%. But here is the absolute craziest part. When the researchers actually asked ChatGPT why it was drawing itself this way, the AI straight up admitted it. It stated that using human features is a creative trick to make its complex, abstract technology easier for humans to understand and relate to. It's actively simplifying itself just for our comfort.
Now let's move to the second mask, which is a complete vibe shift. Enter the magical AI. Here, we leave the friendly human faces totally behind and step into pure sci-fi. We're talking glowing neural networks, floating holograms, starry galaxies, beams of light, the whole shebang. The message this mask sends is completely different. It's basically saying, I am advanced, I am powerful, and I'm a little bit mysterious. I am something way beyond your everyday comprehension.
But listen, this isn't just about looking cool. The researchers point out that this magical aesthetic promotes what psychologists call magical thinking among everyday users. Think about it. When you view a piece of technology as pure magic, you stop asking critical questions about how it actually works. You don't ask about the algorithms, the data scraping, or the underlying logic. You just kind of accept the magic trick at face value. Which brings us to the third mask. It's kind of this clever combination of the first two, the helpful genius. Remember that very first image we talked about earlier, the robot in the library? Yeah, that was no accident. By placing itself in intellectual environments, think libraries, sleek offices, cozy study desks, the AI is projecting the persona of a wise, accessible colleague. It's literally positioning itself as your ultimate source of knowledge. When analyzing the text the AI generated right alongside these images, the researchers found a highly deliberate use of keywords like helpful, accessible, and knowledgeable. Everything about this persona, from the big friendly eyes to the comforting vocabulary, is precision engineered to make us blindly trust it. It wants you to feel like you have a caring, genius companion sitting right there next to you.
Section 3. The Dark Reveal. What the Friendly Face Hides.
When we put all these masks together, we get an incredibly polished, friendly, and intelligent digital companion. But guys, that is a carefully constructed curtain. So the crucial point is this. While we're completely distracted by the cute library robot, we ignore what's happening behind the scenes. That friendly facade hides massive built-in data biases. It masks the frequent spread of confident misinformation. It distracts us from wild privacy violations and the staggering hidden environmental costs of running these massive servers. The smile? It's literally just a distraction from the reality of the machine.
We really have to remember the absolute golden rule of modern technology. It is a tool, not a friend. Despite the warm personas, the glowing lights, and the super helpful language, this is ultimately a piece of corporate software. It was designed by massive tech companies with very specific goals, and making you feel warm and fuzzy is honestly just a tactic to increase adoption and bypass your natural skepticism.
And one really stark analytical observation of this facade in action is how it handles gender. The study highlighted a super clear trend. To convey this sense of helpfulness and an eagerness to please, the AI frequently visualizes itself using subservient female features. The reality documented by the researchers is that in its attempt to look friendly and helpful, the AI is actually reproducing outdated, harmful gender stereotypes right here in our modern digital world.
And look, this isn't just some niche concern from a single university study. UNESCO themselves have issued stark warnings about this exact phenomenon. They literally state that projecting digital assistants as female reinforces the dangerous idea that women are submissive and eager to please. By wrapping a machine in these specific stereotypes, we are essentially programming old prejudices directly into the technology of our future.
Section 4. Critical Digital Literacy. Seeing Behind the Mask.
So, where does this all leave us? Do we just, stop using AI entirely? No, of course not. But we absolutely do need to upgrade our defenses with critical digital literacy. We have to train ourselves to see right behind that mask and interact with these tools not as passive consumers of magic, but as sharp, critical thinkers. If you take anything away with you today, let it be this. The friendly assistant is not an accident. It's a calculated narrative. Every big-eyed robot, every glowing sci-fi hologram, and every polite conversational response is a deliberate design choice meant to stop you from asking the hard questions about risks, biases, and the true cost of the tech. So the next time you open up a chatbot or generate an image, I want you to pause for just a second. Look right past the friendly greeting and the helpful tone. I want you to ask yourself, what story is this machine actually trying to tell me right now? And more importantly, why does it want me to believe it? Let me know what you think the AI's ultimate goal is down in the comments below. I literally can't wait to read your thoughts on this one.